everyone, welcome. My name is Sarah Vargas, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to successfully install and configure AP Elements Fly Migration. The installation process is fairly simple. We have a list of prerequisites that you can find on our website. Now I have gone ahead and downloaded the package onto my server. You want to unzip the package and run the setup as an administrator to trigger the installation. For the first step, Fly will run a scan on your system to check if it meets all the prerequisites. And that should only take a couple minutes. Now, Fly can be installed either on a server or client side. So if you do prefer to install it on a VM or your personal PC, you can do just that. Now on the bottom left-hand side, there is an installation mode section where you can choose one of three modes for the installation. Auto configuration is a simple install. It installs your manager and your agent onto the same server. You also have an option for manager service or agent service mode, which will install the manager and the agent separately. You will, however, have to make sure that the manager is installed before you install the agent. Perfect. So once we've clicked next, put in the URL for accessing your Fly interface. The first part is the server name where Fly is installed on your left-hand side. The second part is the default port number on your right-hand side. And if everything looks well, we'll go ahead and click Install. Now while that's loading, for anyone that's not familiar with manager and agent, manager is kind of the boss that controls and sends command to agents, and the agents do all the legwork and carry out all the actions. So it's very easy to scale up for any larger migrations. All you have to do is install a few more agents to keep up with the performance. Now let's give that another minute. Now the installation process should take about 3 to 4 minutes in total. Now once that is completed, we'll go ahead and click Finish. There we go. And once we click Finish, there will be a README pop-up, which is a quick guide that shows you what to do after the installation. Things like how to log into Fly, how to set up security certificate in IE, and etc. Now I'm going back to the desktop. You will see a shortcut to access Fly. As you can see, Fly is a browser-based solution, meaning you can access this remotely with multiple user access. Now the login ID is admin and the password is admin as well. You can log into local system and then click login. Perfect. So onto the interface. On the left-hand side, you will see a menu bar. The next step is to set up the connections to the source environment. We will be going to Connection Manager under Management. And as you will see, there is a tab for SharePoint, File System, and Exchange. Now let's add the connection for SharePoint. You can check the required permission level for the account you use to set up connections to SharePoint. You want to use a SharePoint admin account if you need to create a new site collection. Otherwise, Site Collection Administrator would be just fine. Perfect. Now, add the connection to my source SharePoint environment. We have to double check that the required permissions look right and copy my site collection URL, account, and password. Same for file system. So all you'll need to do is you'll need a user account with read permission, put in the account password and UNC path. Perfect. So once that's done, we've got your SharePoint set up, you have your file system set up, we'll go ahead and set up your Exchange. Let's make sure everything looks good for Exchange. Add in all the credentials. Perfect. So let's go back to the left menu bar. We will click on Migration. You can switch the source environment between SharePoint and file system depending on where you're migrating from. And as you can see on the on-prem site connection, the input is now displayed here, and the SharePoint Online Site Collection is displayed on the destination on the right. Now switching to file system, you can see the UNC path is also displayed. We'll click Exchange Migration, and you'll see my mailboxes are displayed in the source and the destination, and that's what you want it to look like. Now I want to show you a couple other things in Fly. We have general settings under management where you can configure some basic settings, including the date and time format, system security policy, email settings, and etc. We do also have Account Manager, which allows you to configure and add additional users for Fly. You can also integrate Active Directory authentication into Fly so that your users can log in Fly with their ad account. Now with the migration policy, you can pre-configure some rules or policies, including conflict resolution, filters and mappings for either SharePoint migration, file system, or Exchange, and apply them later. Now we do have a license manager where you can import and apply Fly licenses. And you can also see the detailed information regarding license type, expiration time, data size, and etc. Last but not least, you can check your Fly structure, control an agent server, and the status of each service, whether it's active or not. Alright guys, well thank you so much for your time today. I hope this was helpful to do your own Fly installation. Definitely appreciate it. Have a good one.